recording here. There we go. I love it. You're just on top of things. And we got Zoom user dark screen. That's a new one. All right. Welcome, Zoom user. Anyway, hey, Gina Sherman, good to see you. Don Yoakum, good to see you. Heather Trent, Clark Broom, all kinds of people flooding in here. Christy Flood, actually, speaking of flooding in here. So I love it. Nick Lynch, this is awesome. Good turnout, you guys. You guys are hungry for some Canva. That's what we're doing today, all things Canva. And since we're recording, I'm going to go ahead and rock and roll because if you're late, you can always find it on our Facebook group page, which is Atomic Team Meeting. And you can find it there on Facebook. You can also find it on my YouTube channel. We put it there as well. And I think even Coach Randy Bird's YouTube channel. So it's multiple places you can find it. We're super excited to have everybody here. Miriam, good to see you. I like the blue with the stripe and the pink. I love it. Hey, I could rock that, right? Good to see you. Anyway, hey, so we are blessed, you guys. This is how amazing eXp is, and I don't say that lightly. Like, I reached out literally last week and got the director of marketing operations, like the top dog. It's her job to roll out Canva worldwide for eXp. She's been with us for a little over 2 years at eXp, loves it. She works right under the Wendy Forsyth, who doesn't get much higher other than Leo Perea and the CEO. So, I mean, we're getting the best of the best here. And she goes, yeah, absolutely. I can hop on and bring value for you guys and, show you what we're doing. I'm the gal rolling it out. I go, perfect. You're the one we want. So I don't want to take too much more of her time. And I know you guys didn't come, here for the Matthew Stewart talking head. So let me step aside and let's get her rocking and rolling. Thank you so much, Lynn.
Yeah. Hi, good morning, everybody. Thanks for having me. As Matt said, I'm Lynn, Director of Marketing Operations here at eXp, and so excited that we recently launched Canva Enterprise globally across all of our agents. I mean, it's been such an exciting partnership with Canva. They're incredible to work with. Their product is so, so great. We couldn't be more excited. I just want to check. Can everybody see my screen okay?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So like I said, so excited to have launched this globally. We've seen the agent count climb in Canva since we launched on Friday. Been very, very exciting. Everybody now has access to enter eXp Canva Enterprise through your Okta dashboard. So if you haven't done that already, please log over to your Okta dashboard. Feel free to log in and kind of click through as I'm chatting today. We've got a packed 25 minutes here together. But before I get started, I just want to ask, how many folks have used Canva? Lots. Okay, a few. Awesome. Amazing. So I'm going to whiz through some of the stuff that you may already know, but just know that I'll be sharing this document back with you for reference. We have this training, a very similar training recorded that's available on the toolkit, which I'll share out as well at the end. But here's how to access your Canva through Okta. All right, let's get rolling. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to go through some of the Canva superpowers. Those are our favorite things about Canva, why we entered this partnership. We're going to talk through our homepage and account settings, just a quick orientation to the platform, how the content is organized, designing with eXp's brand, a quick tour of the editor, and then some collaboration features. But first, a quick little pump up video.
We don't see it.
Sorry, bear with me.
That's okay. You may have to stop sharing and then go back to sharing on that video maybe, and then optimize for sound.
Okay, bear with me. I'm usually a Google Meet user, so I'm new to Zoom, but I will figure it out. 1 second.
Yep, hit the share button, and then on the middle right, there'll be a little box to check for sound, right? There's 2 boxes, check those if you can, and then double click on the video you want to play.
On your 1 second.
You sound like you've done that before.
Oh, there we go. I see share sound. Okay.
A few times.
Sharing. 1 sec. Thanks, everybody. Sorry, bear with me. There we go.
No pressure. We're waiting with bated breath.
Oh, it's saying to share your audio, install the Zoom audio device. You know what? I'm going to skip the video because that's the only piece
Yeah,
that
we're
requires
pumped up. We're excited.
sound. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
We can see your screen now. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to skip the video. You'll see it in the when I share this deck out later. Alrighty, so superpowers, that's where we're going to start. So
Yeah.
some of our favorite things about Canva is the ability that as an enterprise, we can share out folders and designs with everybody, branded templates, branded elements with everybody to go and customize to your own liking. So what we're seeing here, this is, you can see, just so I can check, you guys can see my screen with folders and brand kits, correct?
It says, welcome. Today we'll get you started with Canva and explore the best features.
Oh my gosh, I've got two presenter views happening. There we go. I'm with you now.
Now we can see your homepage and account settings.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Now you can see my homepage and account settings. 1 second.
At least that's the slide.
Do you see it in presenter view here? Present full screen. Now can you
There
see
you
it?
go. Yeah.
Homepage and
Look
account
at
settings.
you.
Okay.
You learn
Okay.
on the fly.
I'm with you. So I'm going to go back then. So the things that we're most excited to share with everybody are all of the designs that we can push out across the enterprise account, brand kits and brand templates. We're going to get into the details in a second. But we'll quick orient you to the homepage. So when you log into Canva, you're going to see the homepage here. Up at the top right left-hand corner, projects. You'll see the little projects folder. This is where you can access all of your personal and shared eXp content. And then within the template section, this is where you can access Canva's template library. So with Canva Enterprise, you get access to not only the suite of templates that we've created, eXp branding materials, flyers, social posts, etc. You also get access to Canva's template library, and they have designer approved content, thousands and thousands of templates that you can go and customize to your own liking. You can type in flyer and find 1,000 different options for flyer layouts that you can customize to your own liking. I'll just highlight in the top right-hand corner, if you already had a Canva account before, you're going to be able to swap between your personal account and your eXp account, or maybe you had one with your eXp email address already. You're going to be able to see that as two different teams up in that right-hand corner. So really easy to navigate between your systems if you have multiple, but we also provide instructions in the toolkit of how to migrate content from one account to the other if you want to kind of consolidate and work in just one. Which is really handy. Along the left-hand side again here, you'll see the brand icon. This is where you can access all of our brand templates. Those are the templates that eXp Marketing has created and is pushing out to you and will continue to create and push out to you. You'll also see brand kits, which is customizable kits that have logos, fonts, graphics, icons, animations, things that pertain specifically to a brand. So we consider a brand, like for example, US Realty has its own brand kit. Canada Realty has its own brand kit. Luxury has its own, commercial has its own. Depending on who you are as an agent, you'll see different brand kits available to you there. You also will see a bunch of favorited or starred folders. Now, we star a bunch of folders for you, and you also have the ability to star or pin your own. So if you have templates that you're frequently accessing, you can go and star those and they'll appear in your left-hand menu so that it's super easy to navigate to and you're not having to search every time. Along the left-hand side, that create a design button, the purple button, that's your kickstart to everything. So you can choose from templates, you can pick certain dimensions, you can choose a certain content type, and that's how you get started. The search functionality within Canva is really powerful. So I definitely encourage you to just start searching for what you're looking for, and it's going to pull up certain templates. It's going to pull up places for you to start. And then you can always manage your account settings. Now, I'm just going to highlight that we do have an enterprise managed account, which means that your name and email will be kind of locked in place as it's managed through eXp's Okta Enterprise. However, you can change your profile photo. So it makes it nice and easy when you're sharing content with other people to have your own little face there so that they know who they're sharing it with at all times. Okay, let's get into uploading and organizing content. So the project section, like I mentioned, this is where you're going to find your personal and shared designs all in one place. So it's a good place to start when you're logging into Canva. If you're going to work on something that you've done previously, come into projects, you'll find your most recent designs right here, up to 5, I think it lists for you. You can also navigate over to folders and find all the things that we've kind of nested into there for you in categories. So if you're in the eXp Realty brand template folder, you're going to see flyers, you're going to see social media content, you're going to see brochures and postcards and all the different types of assets organized that way. It's worth noting, so designs are not automatically shared with others. Even though you're developing from a template, it's always going to ask you to, use this brand template. You're going to click on that. It's going to create a copy, and then that copy is private to you until you share it out with somebody else. So just know that you're not messing up the templates. We've had a few people say, I'm afraid to edit it. What if it changes it for everyone? Don't worry about that. You're always using a template, and it's private to you in your own instance of Canva until you decide to share it out with somebody. There are many ways to share things out with folks. So the first would be saving it to a shared folder. So if you have a folder for your team that you invite each of your team members to, you can make sure, set the folder permissions so that anybody within that folder can see each other's designs. It's a really easy way to collaborate, have visibility into what other people are doing, lift a flyer that your friend did that you really like the looks of for your own. Like, it's a really easy way to just kind of share content amongst your group. You can also share content directly with another person. And you can create something called a collaboration link where it allows people to either edit or view or comment directly on your material. And then you can even share that link out with people outside of the eXp organization. So if you want somebody else's feedback on a particular piece of content, use that collaboration link. That's how you share it outside of the org. And then we talked about creating a design within a shared folder already. Folders, like I mentioned, these are just great ways to help keep you organized and design or keep your designs organized. You have the ability to create your own folder structure. So if you want to keep yourself organized by month or whatever it may be, that's a good structure for you. Go for it. I just want to note that you cannot share folders outside of the eXp organization. So you can share it with folks who have eXp Canva Enterprise accounts, no problem, but you can't share it folders with folks who don't have an eXp Enterprise account. So for some people, this may be assistants or marketing designers who don't have an eXp Realty email. Folders can't be shared with those people, but designs can. Individual designs can. We talked
Question
about
on that, Lynn. I
yes.
thought there was a workaround. Wendy said, so like I have a VA and they do all the marketing, let's say,
Yep.
but I don't want to give them full access to my password to Okta and all this stuff. So what is the workaround there?
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like I shouldn't say this out loud, but the workaround is that you
Oh,
can share your password. You can share your email and password with your
okay.
VA.
Right.
And with Okta, because of the verification, you can approve them to access Canva. But if they were to try and log in to something else using the same credentials, we would not approve those notifications. The safest way to do that without sharing your personal information, we don't want to promote sharing personal information, is to just share those specific designs with that person. So you can do that and they can edit it using their own Canva account.
Got it. So you could do a Google Drive or a Dropbox on your own and just start dropping a bunch of individual, create a folder in there or something.
Yep, you could create a folder within Canva and share the designs
Got
individually.
it.
We've created a bunch of folders, which you'll see some of those starred in your left-hand menu. So again, I mentioned whether you're a luxury agent or commercial, you're going to see specific folders tailored to you. But let's quickly move ahead and get into designing with eXp's brand, which is why we're so excited about Canva. So within the brand section, there's brand kits, which is all of the different logos and branded materials pertaining to a specific brand, as you see outlined here. And then there's brand templates. The brand kits you can see here, when you click into them, it has all of the logos, colors, fonts, graphics. There's tons of different elements available for you to access. And we're going to continue to build on those as time goes on. Maybe there's going to be some seasonal things we put in there. Maybe there's going to be some specific event, eXpCon kind of graphics that we want to make available to everyone. You'll always see that in the brand kit. And the great thing about the brand kit is that you can apply those elements to any template. So if not just eXp templates that can get eXp branding, it's the Canva templates. It's stuff you create from scratch. You can use those brand kits to drag and drop logos over. You apply the brand colors, for example. There's even an option in Canva to like take a template that might be in pink and orange, but you can apply brand colors and it'll change all the colors for you to eXp's brand colors. So it really does allow you to just so quickly turn content into like a branded experience. With our brand kits, the red highlight that you see here, this is where you change the brand kit that you're viewing from within the editor. You'll get a couple of different options to choose from, and that's where you'll have different logos, etc. And it changes what you see in this left-hand panel. So just be cognizant of which brand kit you're viewing at each time to make sure that you're accessing the logos that you're looking for. Brand templates, on the other hand, these have been, this is what we've been creating on the marketing side. So all of the templates that you may have used in the Marketing Center, for example, have had their branding glow up and they're now in Canva. They're new, beautiful templates, tons of versions, tons of different asset types. And this is something that we will always be building. And we're looking for feedback. What do you guys need? What are you missing? We have a form linked in the toolkit, which I'll share with you at the end, that's asking for your feedback on what do you want to see more of? What can we provide to you? So please, please feel free to let us know. We always want to make sure that this is as up to date as it can be and helpful. Some things to note within templates. So they're going to be branded. I'm going to mention some elements may be grouped. Now, grouping elements in this case, for example, where it's highlighting this purple box saying just sold, when you're typing things in and creating a design as a designer, that just sold section may be its own element because of the font size is larger, whereas the address is a different element and the price is a different element. So you can start to group some of those elements together though by selecting them and right-clicking and hitting group. You may see some of those elements that are pre-grouped. If you need to move just the price, for example, you just have to right-click, ungroup it, move it. All of the templates that we have offered are fully unlocked, where you guys are unchained in what you guys are designing. Just think of the templates that we provided here as mere starting points. You can move the logos around, you can change where the photo is located, you can put things up, you can put things down, you can add in more photos, you can do whatever you want. These are just starting points. You guys are the owners of the brand, you know what works in your market. So just think of these as starting points and note that, it's unlocked. If you ever see something that is locked, let us know. We're going to unlock it for you. Canva, I mentioned, has their own library of all these different templates. I'm serious. It's thousands and thousands of templates available. You can see scrolling through here. Search on whatever key term you have. This one's looking for quirky templates. You can see there's tons of different options in a million different sizes. It's a great place to start designing and being creative. And you can always apply the branding elements later. This is just another slide talking about how, you really can reuse and customize exactly like all of the different availabilities in there. Okay, a quick tour of the editor with our 10 minutes left, because I want to make sure we have a little bit of time for questions as well. So designing within Canva, it's really as easy as drag and drop. You do not have to go to design school to design within Canva. It is for everybody. There are also tons of online videos to learn the different elements. If you're not comfortable, if it's something that's new to you, take advantage of the Canva Design School. You can go through courses to learn how to do certain things. It's really for everyone. This is just to kind of navigate you to the editor. There's some features that I'll let you guys explore on your own, like magic resize, which can take one size of something you design and then automatically create it in multiple different sizes. So you don't have to go and rescale everything. It's amazing. You can see all of the different elements, which I'll walk through that in a second. And another thing I'll note just while we're on this page is the insights. So if you share something publicly, which you can share out to your social, you can create public view links, it will start tracking your metrics for you on that asset. So how cool is that? As soon as you push something public, you can start tracking the success of your asset. The elements, this is Canva's stock library. It is full of so many things beyond what you can imagine. Shapes, lines, graphics, stickers, There's an AI image generator, there's video clips, there's grids, there's gradients, there's moving charts, there's like anything you can imagine, you will find by searching in the elements section. So think of it as your own included free stock library of anything you can imagine to put your creativity to work within your templates. There's a few different ways you can kind of narrow your search with keywords. So I'll just mention here, adding a plus symbol in between your search terms will help to continue narrowing down what you're looking for so that you're not having to scroll through all of the different options because there are so many options. You can also filter. So if you are, for example, in this sample here, you're looking for a squiggle element, but you only want to see it in blue, you only want square orientation, you only want it to be static, you can filter exactly like that to find what you're looking for. What's nice is that there's also animated options. So if you want to bring some life to your designs, you know, you're designing a social reel, for example, get some animated elements in there. It brings a little bit of liveliness and creativity to your content. You can also sort by element type. So there's graphics, which are, you know, designed, illustrated elements. There are photos, there's videos, there's audio, there's little music and audio clips you can add in, all from Canva, free, incredible. You can also upload any asset. So headshots is one example. You can upload your own headshot. It'll always live in your upload section. You can upload anything, any other, you know, logos, whatever you want, upload them in here as JPEGs. Really, there's actually a ton of different file types it accepts. You can upload anything, screenshots, and it'll live in your design uploads. What's incredible too, and something that we utilize a lot, is that you can also upload PDFs, Adobe Illustrator files, PowerPoints, and it'll take those static documents and convert them to something you can edit. So I don't know if you've ever had this before where you have a PDF that you can't highlight the text, you can't change anything. Well, upload it into Canva, it does its magic, you can suddenly edit it. So that functionality alone has been incredible. So powerful and something we've never had before. You can do that by just dragging those elements right onto the home page and it'll create that design for you. Image editing. So if you have, I mean, it's almost like Photoshop. You can do adjustments on the brightness and the contrast and all of the kind of classic photo editing things. Plus, there's this Magic Studio section where you can do background removers. You can magically erase something if you have like there's a dog in the background that you don't want the dog to be in the background. Remove the dog. Magic, gone. You can add filters. You can do shadows. You can do blur. There's so many different elements to do image editing. So definitely check that out and play around with it. The background remover is one of our favorites. It's literally click of a button. There's no more, from a design standpoint, there's no more masking around your image to carefully remove the background. It's click of a button. It does it all for you. You can see in the sample here, it's removing the sky just as we click background remover. It's a really powerful thing to use, especially with our new eXp glow up branding, where we're kind of out of the box now, right? We're not putting things in rectangles and squares anymore. We're doing this background remover and kind of close cropping around things like headshots. So you'll see in some of our templates like business cards or the listing presentation, it gives a spot to put in your headshot. This is how you do it. You use the background remover, just have a nice close crop of yourself. It's beautifully branded, looks really slick. We talked a little bit about image editing as well. This is also where you can crop, flip images. I'll let you guys play around with that. And then collaboration. So I mentioned how you can invite people to share your designs and having people comment or edit directly within your doc. We use it a ton for feedback. So if you're collaborating with a coworker on designing a certain brochure or something, you guys can go back and forth in the comments on certain elements of your design. So maybe you're like, I don't like this picture, let's swap it with something else. You can put that comment right directly and pin it to that photo so they know exactly what you're talking about. You can have a conversation back and forth in the comments. It's awesome. Finally, I'll talk about apps. So there are tons of apps you can access through Canva, things that third parties have developed that are made available in the marketplace. You can connect it to Google Drive using apps. You can create QR codes using apps. But what I'm going to highlight and that we're most excited about is our exclusive eXp listings app. So we have developed a custom app for Canva that is only available to eXp users, where you can plug in your listing number. It'll pull all of your listing photos, all of your listing details directly into Canva. You can drag and drop those photos right into your design, as you see happening here. It's just so simple. Like it couldn't be any
Wow.
easier. And we launched that globally as well. So very, very exciting. Did I hear a
That's
question?
that's awesome. This
Yeah,
is really, really cool. This is a whole nother level from our previous 5,000 pieces of marketing that we had prior that no longer this has
yeah,
replaced it. So
yeah. It's
this is
pretty
pretty
cool.
exciting.
Pretty cool. So definitely go and play around with that. It also is linked with agent assets. So if you're the listing agent on that, it'll pull in your own details as well. So you can grab your headshot, grab your contact info, and put it into your designs. I'm going to leave you with this link to check out the toolkit. So exptoolkit.com/Canva. This is your answer to everything. If you had a Canva account before and you want to migrate your designs over, the instructions for that are here. If you're paying for a pro account currently and you want to be refunded, we tell you how to do that here. We link to some of our best templates. We link to all of the design school training, and we have onboarding courses. Anything
Hmm.
you can imagine is linked in the toolkit. So please definitely check that out. That's like the place to start. It'll get you logged in, it'll get you oriented to the platform. And I'll leave you with that. Any
Awesome. Hey,
questions? I know we've
gosh,
got
right.
a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Actually, a little early, so we got some Q&A. I love it, and we got some definitely Canva Pro users on here. I know Trish is big. She used to own a marketing agency, and advertise, so she's all into it, excited.
Right.
Um, Let me put you on the spot a little bit, Lynn. So we have, agents that are really hungry to grow their production business and close more sales, get more commissions. We've definitely upgraded with Canva Pro. What would be some ways that agents could utilize this to actually grow their production numbers?
Yeah, I mean, I think the more you're putting yourself out there, the more the what am I trying to say? The quantity of content that you can create in such a short amount of time is what is amazing about Canva. So with that magic resize tool, for example, you can get your one post that you were going to put on Instagram and optimize it for all your channels. You can create flyers out of it. You can create many different things out of one piece of content so quickly and easily. So I think the more you can get out there, the better it's going to help you grow your businesses. And yeah.
Okay, let me ask for clarity on that. So if I heard you correctly, you design one piece and there's like Facebook banner, there's YouTube banner, there's Instagram. They're all different. One's vertical, one's horizontal, blah, 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 all this stuff. And so you can actually have Canva basically resize or create that based on the medium that you want to put it into.
Yes, sir. So if you create one
Wow.
design with all of your elements, and then you can go click magic resize and select what channels or what sizes you want that to
Uh-huh.
magically resize to, it will do its best. Canva does its like it will design those sizes for you. You might have to go and adjust a couple things, but it at least gets you started. It puts you so much further ahead than having to create that from scratch. That feature alone is incredible. Such a time saver.
Wow. That's
Lynn,
awesome.
where is the magic resize? I know you probably flew
Yeah.
through it.
Let me just look at my screen so I don't misdirect you. Hang on a second. It's in the editor. So yeah, it's actually right at the very top. If you're editing a design, there's file, resize, and editing as options in the top left-hand corner. And if you click resize, that's where it'll prompt you to figure out what sizes you want to create copies for.
And
I
then can
love it.
you
So,
save
okay.
those files as different names, or it saves it into the folder for you as it's different sizes?
Yep. You can either choose to resize the design you're on. If you like accidentally started it as a square and you actually needed it a rectangle, it can resize that one for you, or you can ask it to create copies and you choose where it gets saved to. You can rename them whatever you want. Yeah.
Wow, powerful. Vince Sosa, good morning, my friend. So he asked a great question. He goes, "Hey, it's Christmas season. I want to do Christmas cards. I want to send them to clients via email, or maybe do it through the social media aspect." Speak to that.
Yeah, for sure. So if I were you, Vince, I would go into Canva. I would search Christmas cards at the top. I would find thousands of different templates available. Pick your favorite one, get your branding on there, If you wanted to send it via email, I would probably just download that as a PNG or a JPEG, something that will sit nicely in an email, and send that out that way. If you wanted to put it on social, you have the option to go share on my Instagram or share on my Facebook and connect your channels directly and push that graphic out through Canva. You don't have to go into Facebook or Instagram. You can do it through the Canva platform. So that's how I would go about that.
Good questions. Anybody else? It
Yes,
says,
Connor.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
I see
hear
your
that?
question here. Yeah, will we continue to make templates? Of course. Yes, we've got our creative team who is constantly listening and watching for the needs of our agent base, and we're going to continue to build out that collection forever. So bring it on, bring on the ideas.
So when you guys were looking around and, obviously we want to have best in market offering as we're attracting agents, growing the businesses, and there's other brokerages that are saying, oh, we got this, we got that, we got done for your market, blah, blah, blah. How would you say Canva, stacks up and where, what would be a value proposition that we could verbalize to some of these prospects, realtor buddies that we have at other brokerages, that they may
Yeah.
not be aware of how powerful Canva is to grow their business?
Yeah, no, it's a great point. And I mean, for us, Canva's the best of the best when it comes to making sure that everybody has access to the design functionality that exists. Um, you know, there's Photoshop and there's Illustrator, but you kind of you have to know how to use those programs. They're complicated. This is the everybody's design tool. So what I would say about Canva is that it's like it puts that skill set in your pocket without having to go through design school. It's the best of the best. There's no restriction. So for us, like making sure that you guys all have the ability to customize it to your brand. You are the owners of your market. You understand what works for you. With Canva, you've got the freedom of creativity to do whatever you want. We're not chaining you to eXp's brand and you can only put your photo here. You can only use the logo here. I think with other brokerages, we might be a bit more locked in. Well, with Canva, have at it. You guys know what's best. We're going to give you starting points. We're going to keep giving you awesome templates, but you're unchained and you do what's best for your brand.
Awesome. Any last questions? This is your opportunity before we let Lynn, continue on her day here. No copyright issues?
No copyright issues with any of the stock imagery or such in Canva. That's totally included in the fees that we pay. So no problem.
That's awesome.
Do you have
Yeah, sure.
maybe some people in eXp that you can point to that are kind of best practices? So have taken Canva and used it at, the highest possible level.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could point us to those people that we could model after, that could be valuable too.
Yeah, that's a really good piece of feedback, and I'll take that away. Somebody that comes to mind only because I honestly see her in my own Instagram feed is Amy Gregory, who is using Canva a ton for listing presentations, and she's done a beautiful job. So she comes to mind, but I take your feedback, Dawn, and I'll see if we can get a list of those kinds of ambassadors to see what we can do to give their insights.
Yeah, if you get that back to Matthew or Megan, then we'll post it up on our
Yeah.
Facebook group.
Yeah, that's really good feedback.
Yeah.
Thank
And then
you.
Lexi asked, so we get access to the Canva Pro templates as well, right? Not just eXp or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So you can consider the enterprise account as like Pro but better. Pro but managed by eXp. So it's all the same functionality, templates that you would expect with a personal Pro account.
That's awesome. And yeah, there will be continuous training on it, Laura. Absolutely. The cool thing about this, you guys, is there's no additional raise in fees. I'm eXp 5 years. I think Don and Tom Daves are getting close to 7 years. It's been $85 a month the whole time. And now they've gone and upgraded. And that's something that our founder, Glenn Sanford, actually gets red in the face. I've seen some of these leader meetings when they're like, well, we could raise the fees. He's like, no, we are not going to raise the monthly fee, blah, blah, blah. And he's he's been true to that. And so now they're bringing more value. The Canva Pro, still $85 a month. So it's a pretty awesome value add. I know we're excited. To put it in perspective, there's a large production team at eXp that was really looking at going Canva Pro, and they figured it was going to cost them over $30,000 a year to do all the stuff they want to do and the membership and for their team. And and all that. And then when they learned of this, they said, oh my gosh, like we don't even have to do it. Like every team member at eXp gets Canva Pro, like the best of the best, right?
It's a big deal.
So-
And if you were to go out there and find your own, it's $120 per user per year, right? So if you extrapolate that, it's like it's significant cost savings. So yeah, we're super, super proud to be able to offer it to everybody included.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Lynne, so much for
Yeah,
spending the
thank you
time.
so
It
much
just
for
shows
having me.
how amazing eXp corporate is that they'll hop on in one of our team meetings and say, hey, let's get you guys trained up. I love that.
Yeah,
That is the
awesome.
culture that we have at eXp. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Take care, everybody.
Yeah. And then Tom or Don, any announcements?
Yeah,
I know.
so awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, next week we have the infamous Sean Kokosta. He's going to share how to launch into 2025 in a big way. So cool. All right. Hey, well, everyone, thanks. Now you got your inspiration. Time to put in your perspiration. So have a great week and we'll see you soon. Let me know if you need anything. Thanks. Thanks, Matt.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye now.